Peace, what it do? Family, it's your boy Ogon and Sandman. Uncensored truth in the whip. Pre-game today, not post, but pre-game before the show, man. We were just having some deep conversation. We started talking about, social media. You know what I mean? But yeah, definitely. I'm putting the cart before the horse, man. Introduce yourself.
No, it's all good, man. I was ready for you to go in because, what's up? This is Sandman, CEO of Viral Hip Hop News, DLS Media Incorporated, the pre-show to the Uncensored podcast. Appreciate y'all out there. But yeah, Oga was about to really get in on it because he was talking about social media and just how he kind of wished it never existed. And I said, well, hold on, let's go live real quick and let's get this to the people. So, yeah, man, the floor is yours. Talk about it, man. What were you about to say?
Yeah, I was just driving to an old place that I used to live, and I was just kind of, reminiscing, man, about a different car that I had, a different life that I had. It just seemed like more things were more, and then social media really wasn't that. It was out back then, but it wasn't like it was now. You talking about like 04, 05. You know what I mean? It really started, to explode, and I think it ruined a lot of people, man. We don't talk to each other as much as we do. Used to. It's texting without calling. You know what I mean? We don't really chill with each other. Everybody, if we do, everybody's got their hand in their phone. If we're eating, even out for dinner, you know what I'm saying? We go out or at the club, wherever. You can be at Six Flags, motherfuckers in their phone. Like, people are not enjoying, life and the surroundings. They're always looking into the phone or the electronic, device to see, for whatever, for stimulation, to get their arousal, to feel good. Instead of going for a walk and talking with a friend, they'll go on Facebook and post something about this, that, just to get a few 50, 60 likes. They feel like they arrived.
Right.
I was listening to Evan Carmichael on a channel I like to listen to, you know what I mean? And pretty much they have entrepreneurs, successful business people, and they was talking about, that you pretty much to spend, people in business to spend, less time on it, because it lowers your morale. But then in the business like we are, the hip hop, the media business, we have to spend time on it, you know what I mean, to promote, because it's a powerful promotion tool. I'm not saying that, and I always said, YouTube, all of them are great, and obviously, YouTube has changed both of our lives, but it's just like, I think it's a gift and a curse with it, definitely. What's your thoughts?
No doubt about it. It's funny you bring this up because I was sitting there, and neither one of us on a personal level are into the social media, into the whole sharing of the lives. Never really were ever two people that were really personal or public people. We're very personal people. Like, we keep our stuff private. And I'm sitting there thinking about social media, and I was like, yo, it's wild because I know a few people, and I'm sure a lot of y'all out there know people that have somebody on their social media that'll like all their pictures, you know what I mean, watch all their videos on all their platforms, but then you happen to see one of these people in public and they don't even say hi to you. And that blows me away. It's like, yo, so you're my friend on social media and I see you in person and get to physically, you know what I mean, be in your presence, and I'm thinking that because you like me on social media, we're actually cool in real life because, I mean, damn, shame on me for thinking if you like my stuff, you actually like me for real.
Yeah.
And you say nothing to me.
Yeah.
You ignore me.
I've seen that.
I've dealt with it personally.
Really?
And I know people that have done it to me. And they probably watch the content. It's wild. Because it's like we've disconnected so much, like Oga said. It's you don't call anybody no more. In relationships, if you look for a relationship right now, a lot of people find relationships online.
It's crazy.
One of my first girlfriends in high school, she got with one of my childhood friends and they met online. I knew my childhood friend from one thing, I knew her from a complete other thing. They met online. It's wild. And now they got a kid together and they married. It's crazy. And I'm not saying that that's a bad thing because those two found love, but it's just interesting because back when we were doing it, and we kind of sound like the OGs now, back in their day, but it
is what it is.
Back when we were doing it, we didn't have the luxury of being able to type anything to a girl. We had to man up and had a heart to go ahead and go to the skating rink and ask her for that last dance on the couple's night.
Yeah, write on a little note or
you know what I mean? Write her some note and shit. Yeah. And we got told no to our face. Girls had to have the courage to say no to our face.
Yeah.
So, yeah, man, it's a real interesting
perspective. Oh, we would do it like this. I was to tell one of their friends, or like, yo, go tell her, go tell her that I like her and see what she say, but it's still that interpersonal communication. As a matter of fact, when I did go to college, that was the best class that I ever took was the interpersonal communication, because communication is a beautiful thing.
Facts.
You know what I mean? When it's mastered and it's being done, effectively, man. But as we know now, like I said, man, there are some, great things. But I would say that, as a whole, it appears like it's destroying us. You know what I mean? And then it also has the power to shape the minds and perception, of different people out there. And I would stay with the World Star generation and, things like that. It just really, just turned into a real bad situation and destroying a lot of people. A lot of people are now being destroyed and consumed over an image on social media. What people think on social media. I always say, like, not in my circumference, they don't live around me, they don't affect my life, nothing. They can't, social media, I will never let people on social media affect me like that. I can't, because all the people that I live around, we share love with each other. You know what I mean? We go through things. Yeah. We're like family and all that, but we we're loving, we're caring for each other, we protect each other. This is just the cloth we're cut from, like the video was doing last night on Sandman Uncut. Make sure y'all subscribe to that. That was powerful. That's why I didn't want to say nothing. I was like, yo, he's going in. I don't want to even interrupt him, because if I come in and say something, he gonna start talking to me as opposed to talking about the subject. You know what I mean? And then like the routine and how our grandfather, pretty much had a routine that he stayed with no matter what. This is what he had to do, you know what I mean? And, it kind of molded us where we at. Not kind of, but did mold us. Yeah. So we're kind of a little bit fortunate, because we came out of that age that wasn't so heavy with social media, so we kind of could turn it on and off, me and you. But a lot of people, man, I see right now is just like consumed by that shit, man.
It's wild. And I'm glad that we can channel it and understand that it's a tool. It's a perfect marketing tool. People don't use it for what it is. Right. You have the ability today to get out there and promote yourself like no other, gain a following based off of your own talent, and really control your own destiny like no other. You weren't able to get a record deal based off of social media. You weren't able to go and become a comedian or a movie star based off of social media in the early 90s, or even in the 90s, or even early 2000s, excuse me. These things weren't accessible to you. And now with Facebook, Instagram, when you got 60 seconds and you got the art of just being able to do what you got to do and gain a following, and then take that following and use it as a marketing tool to gain revenue. Yeah. It's exceptional, but you got to do it the right way. And a lot of people, they sell their souls in social media, kind of as though they used to sell it in music and in movies and things like that. Damn. They give themselves up and expose themselves so hard to the like and so hard to the attention that they lose absolutely who they are, and they become victim, and their soul gets taken with social media. Yeah, it happens. Yeah, you know what I mean, Darren, peace out to you, bro. What's going on with you, man?
Salute.
You know what I mean? Salute. Yeah. It's the absolute truth. It's like you sell your soul to social media, and a lot of people can't do that. We got to use it as a marketing tool. We got to use it as an avenue to be able to promote independence, which is at an all-time high. But it's a fine line. And you gotta learn how to weave through it. And I think, like you said, that's something we've been able to do.
You allow your son to social media, and if so, what?
It's interesting. It's interesting because he's in martial arts, like you know.
Right.
He does a lot of fighting. He wants to promote that brand. He wants to get into media game, and that's where I'm kind of looking at high schools and stuff like that. He's 10 years old right now to gear toward that. And of course, he'll take over the family business when it's time for him to do so. But I keep it to a certain degree. He has a Snapchat that I have monitored, that he could talk to his friends on, because I understand he's 10 and he's in that age. Yeah. And his mom lives in one area, I live in a certain area, you know what I mean? So he has different friends. I want him to be able to chill, but I have that monitored. And then he has an IG, but I have that also monitored, and that's geared to around his martial arts. Strictly geared around his martial arts, and that's a private account. Got to be careful. I don't want to keep him completely out of the age. I don't want to be one of those parents that say no all the way. Right. You know what I mean? Because I don't want him to go and do it anyway. Whether I know it or not, he's going to go do it anyway. Right. So I want to be able to balance. If it's exactly a balance.
Dope. Yeah, man. So I would definitely say that, man. We got to get ready to actually go. Got to get his son off the bus and whatnot, and then we're going to get in here and get rolling out. It was funny, man. You say cooking, and they were saying that I was watching Hip Hop Evolution and closing. And I was like, because my girl, she was like, come watch this show. And I'm like, that's the same show you talking about. So dope, dude. And when you was live, I started watching that, so I kind of got off your live and was just watching that shit. I ain't mad at you, bro. I ain't mad at you. And they was saying like cooking. They used to call that when I didn't even know that when they rapping. So that's dope. You know what I'm saying? They called it. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? So definitely, man. But yeah, man, another little episode of the Uncensored Truth podcast, man. Pre-show.
Yeah.
Up in the whip, man. Your brother, Old Guy, Hip Hop Uncensored. Make sure you go to hiphomun.com, man, and go sign up to the Hip Hop Uncensored mentorship group. Hopefully, our brother Darren could drop that in the chat room right now if he's in here. If not, it's right below us in the description box. And that's all I got for the fam.
Indeed. Stay up, John Kennedy. Indeed. We're about to go shoot the podcast as soon as I grab Lil Man, whatnot. You know what I mean? Bill real quick. And I don't know, oh God, we'll do a post show.
Yeah, no doubt. Let's do
you know
it.
what I mean? On the hottest topic we do today. We'll drop that link and make sure you jump on the post podcast and vibe with us, man. We'll be here probably about an hour or so, man. So we appreciate y'all. Like Old Guy said, it's the Uncensored Truth podcast, viral hip hop news, Uncensored. Be out. Peace.